key one. And also Zarya does come in. Here also, Zarya does have so much AoE. Wave
No,
clear is pretty strong.
she's pretty good. She can clear a sapper camp very quickly as well, so that's definitely something that to keep in mind. This might be the more standard Zarya Tassadar ban rotation coming out from Good Games first pick. They might just do that and into the Falstad. We'll see as we are getting that lobby ready currently, but I'm excited to see GG going to game 2. They showed some real improvement over what we saw from them yesterday. And there were definitely moments in that last game where they were significantly ahead. They ended up losing in the end, but really well done overall. I think the things went really wrong for them actually after that first curse where they committed to mid and didn't get value, but it's all over now. No way to go back and change the past. Let's go into Towers of Doom. We'll see if they just first ban the Zarya this time.
Well, I know Jaehyun's a huge favoring on Malfurion, but still, maybe he's not too ready on that Karazin, which Day and Hyde has been using crazily perfect palms, and just we all saw the dash, the Korean player using 3 perfect dashes
Day, man,
and
yeah.
palm all in 30 seconds. That was one of the best things you said.
That was a Twitch clip, man. I was on the front page of New York Times this morning when I went to nytimes.com. Might still be there. You should go check it out. Young Korean man does 3 dashes and gets a palm. Day smiling on the front page. Very handsome guy. Zeratul is banned here instead of Tastar, which allows a really interesting situation here because GG might just take Falstad, but then Mighty could get Tasbala or Tas.
It's almost forcing them to pick Falstad by banning out Zeratul for them. This is a tricky move. Are they gonna fall for that taunt, or it might actually not be a taunt there, because they saw BDG on that Falstad. He was making some. He was playing pretty well, but Clone was basically taking him out of the fighting zone every single time.
In terms of macro play and wave management, I feel like he played really well, which is interesting again because that's usually Wu Jay's job. But he definitely did get booped on by Magi. So I think Falstad's still the best pick here. The only other choice to me is Tassadar, but you don't know what you're going to pair that with early on here. They are going to take the Tass. And maybe Mighty wanted this. Now they could take Falstad for themselves. Oh man, they're just going to stick with the Ragvarian. And they're, I think, hoping, as you said, that they're going to take Malfurion again because it's available. This starts to feel very clever from what we're seeing from Mighty.
Let's see if Jaehyun is ready on that Karazin, because Tastar plus Karazin may not work too perfectly, but Karazin also does a lot of damage, as I said before. And Mighty just going all in with that Ragnaros and variant. Very heavy, just insta-locking those two.
They could also consider the Ariel pick to come in with Vala. It's something that they might actually do here. Would not be unwise. So I think there's a lot of good choices for GG here. And Mighty is just going to prioritize Varian and Ragnaros against whatever it is. So
well, they still have Falstad available. They can still get Falstad for the auto attack damage.
The thing is, I think that's what Mighty's kind of doing. They're like, well, we'll just push Falstad down this. It's going to be a Dahaka pick. I think what they're thinking is we're just going to push Falstad out of your radar because you can't really pick him up here, and then we're going to get him, even though we didn't prioritize him super early. We're still going to get him because you've taken Tastar, and now you have to take heroes that go with that. Lindsay Sands is making the calls here on camera. The Rag player we've been seeing for Mighty, and they're hovering the Johanna ban. That's something we did not see. GG taking the previous, they took Muradin instead. I think it's still a strong ban here, though. I think they're discussing like they didn't even. Yeah, I think they're just discussing like they didn't pick it last time. So do we really need to ban it here?
So and Ariel was another choice they could also ban because there are just so many supports still left. Tastar is of course a support, but they need another one for healing. So they can think of Johanna or Ariel in this case, or something else. ETC is still available, so that's another choice.
It's going to be Johanna, which leaves them the ability to get ETC into the mouth or the Karazin, whichever they prefer. And good game. Looking at bans here, they might just simply want to remove the Falstad. It's pretty rare to see Falstad go this deep into the draft on Towers of Doom, but this is the situation where you might just want to put it out. Hooligan giving some thought to it, and Falstad is banned.
Of course,
Well
and
done.
Mighty can grab onto a mage at their will, Liming or Gul'dan, as anything they usually just, whatever they feel comfortable playing that matches their team comp a little more. I feel like Liming is a little bit better one because you can poke when they're channeling those altars.
This might be solo damage Vala with the situation we have here, and as a result, Mighty may just simply grab Liming and Tychus. SDE been playing a lot of Tychus in this tournament, and feels very comfortable on it, but he also plays a pretty mad Liming. So maybe ends up being Magi on the Tychus this time if they decide to go for both here. I don't think Gul'dan is really in the cards. Oh, they're going to take Malfurion, which means we're definitely going to see that Karazim we were talking about, I have to imagine.
If he's ready, only if he is ready for that, ready to cleanse all those taunts if that's possible. And maybe Mighty is thinking, because they did play Medivh once. That's
Definitely.
also possible because they have Sands.
Yeah,
Sands the Medivh.
definitely something to consider here.
And it is Towers of Doom, so Medivh is also possible. GG, they have to think a little bit here as Mighty is still hiding one at the very end.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Lei Ming, but they have some flexibility with that. ETC and Rhaegar, so not the Ariel and not the Karazim. Does not look like Jaehyun is comfortable on Karazim just yet, as you were saying. It seems like Karazim is kind of the obvious pick here. That's what Koreans are saying. But
It does require a lot of mechanics and practices, though.
There's a
And
Lei
with
Ming.
that, with that, just Mighty just had the choice of Liming. I'm surprised that Liming's not banned or like first taken ever, but maybe very rarely. But it goes through the draft, and if she's open, they always take her. But still, that's one of the things I think it's interesting. She's like not like God tier, but still, she always gets chosen somewhere.
Yeah, definitely true. Guys, Mighty versus GG. Game number 2 is going on. Towers of Doom. I'm going to be starting that right now. On Wolf, with me is G-Clef. This is HGC Korea. Here we go. Mighty in blue, Joker on Varian, Sands on Ragnaros, Magi on the Tychus, as I was mentioning before, Nasong on Malfurion, and SDE playing that Li Ming. Mighty really loving that Tychus right now.
And in red, GG, BDG on Vala, Jaehyun on Rhaegar, good on Dehaka, Hooligan on ETC, and Ujay on Tassadar.
I feel like Good picked up the Dahaka, banned the Falstad away. They have ETC, so they have that global. They control this map in terms of macro, but I think the better composition, the better draft went to Mighty in terms of its well-roundedness and its damage that they have. They have 2 types of damage, and they have the potential to get resets with Sulfuric Smash. It's going to be super powerful, along with the taunts, that combo we talked about before. And this time, GG isn't going to have the Tyrael to panic button escape from that. We saw some really good sanctifications on Cursed, but not going to be available this time.
I think a lot will depend on their baiting. This Sands is going to find, yes, he's not going to make it. There's no way to be alive from that. And actually, they take some shots from the tower also, but good kill made there.
Yeah, the tower shots means that the tower is going to have less ammo, but not super important here. Obviously,
They're delaying some
oh,
time
wow.
here. Even maybe get up a kill, but does not have enough damage.
Those tower shots are going to be a lot more important if Hooligan dies.
Yes, it would have been.
But he does escape. He's just going to go ahead and Hearth Home. They're not going to miss any waves because of this.
But they did stall some time, and that was good. They actually made him go home instead of just rotating around.
This is something we've seen Korean teams do already, you know, with the ETC pick against Ragnaros. Sands, he's up in the top lane. He has no escape. Go for a pick. You have Dahaka too.
And I see also rotating up and down, doing some damage. I think Dehaka will be the key here, how he rotates around the map, because Mighty does not have a global hero here. And this map really depends on how you macro. It is not like most in terms of macro, it's a little different macro because the map itself is a little different compared to other ones.
Yeah.
But still, we'll see. Malfurion's gonna take a long time to come all the way down here.
That he will. They don't have, or rather, hold that thought, we're going to have this fight here. Big hook onto Sands, and Sands goes down. So this is going to be a one fight for GG. I was going to say they don't have a lot of poke. Mighty does with, you know, the Moonfire as well as the Ming. And even really, Ragnaros actually has a bit of poke himself, but GG gets the pick, which means they get the extra 4 shots. They'll take a slight lead in this game. In fact, almost a whole level up right now.
Yeah, good start for GG as they lost the first game. But as we see, as I told you guys, Malfurion was about to join the fight, but that was already over. One of them was already grabbed and almost blown up just when Malfurion just got near the team fight. And GG really took that chance. Great job. And Hooligan's gonna go all the way in here. 4v4 fight, and they have very low. Is 1-for-1 trade for now. Joker staying pretty strong on the front line. SDE putting some great damage, but he is caught.
This game has all been about the Dahaka. As you said, you predicted correctly. This game is really going to be about how well Dahaka fights and how well he rotates around the map. Really, it's been just about his hooks. His accuracy on his tug grabs have been out of this world. Now 2 for 2 on those attempts, and he also allowed them to get that early game gank. So basically 3 of the 4 kills Good's responsible for in this game. So, you know, the Dahaka pick, does it gain value? In this case, absolutely yes.
And this was Mighty's choice. They chose Hours of Doom. And I'm surprising that they are letting Dahaka just go around the map like that. And I know their fighting has not been so perfect, and I don't think making Nasang to be the one to go all the way into the top was the best choice, but still they can work on it. It's not over. It's one altar away, just 4 shots away.
Yeah, it's definitely a weird one. But as you said, we're still in the early phase of this game. They're down a level, which is really frustrating. They're down a talent tier for this brief moment, which is going to allow GG to push hard with these sappers to knock down this wall, which means later on this bell tower could be stolen. Similarly, Mighty is trying to do the same in the bot lane here, but they're definitely not going to be able to get as much because Buche has so much wave clear, and he can obviously shield the towers as well. So here comes the rotation down. Joker needs to get in a position to help peel. Oh, getting that stun immediately. It is cleansed away by Jaehyun.
It'll be important to have the GG to have the early lead before they hit 10, and it looks like Hooligan's going to car slice from the side. And Good pretty in the dangerous zone. Very good cleanse onto Magi just right now. Nasang on fire right on today.
Yeah, he really, really is. They will control this zone for now. No one can channel though, as Sands goes back to drop down, you know, some range damage. Ragnar's so good for that. BDG really pinging Magi here, wanted to get the kill, but there was not a follow-up there. He's so frustrated. He wanted to kill Magi so bad. His team does not follow up, but they win this exchange super hard. And, you know, Sands did what range damage he could, but him being missing in the fight definitely hurt them there. And BDG is just untouchable with the Tassadar that they've picked up earlier on. 4 more shots here. The core down to 28. GG controlling this map like crazy. They're making this draft. You know, I said I thought Mighty had the better draft overall, but GG has shown me otherwise with how well they're playing this.
They're really controlling the macro, and they know that they have to take the lead from the beginning and hit that level 10 before Mighty does. They have been doing a super great job, but once the team fights after taking all the heroics happen, I think Mighty still has a very good chance to turn this game around, because they have Taika's, Leeming, Varian, and Ragnar also, and Malfurion went to, and Malki is in a danger zone, and this actually puts Mighty into...
This just shouldn't be happening at this stage. I mean, yes, Hooligan is making these picks happen. We saw him not get a kill, but nearly get a kill, and actually started to win that team fight coming in. Gets a pick here. Got that early game pick with Good together. But I just feel like we're past the stage of the game where ETC picks should be happening. Everyone needs to be safer and stay back in lane.
I like this push from Mighty. Oh, Hooligan's actually going to stay dived in. But Joker cutting that power slide, make sure Sands is safe from the danger, but he's actually going to find himself in the danger zone. Oh no.
Does go down. Way too greedy of a push there.
He sacrificed himself for the team.
That was just.
Maybe it was worth it to have Sands.
I just feel like that the amount of value gained there was so low. It should have just been safely back in the lane, waiting for the next wave to get 10. Because you could always get jumped on like this. 2 globals are gonna kill you. Get EXP if the lane's pushed a little bit, maybe, but don't attack the turrets, the cannon towers there. That's just too much.
And with that Mighty just hit level 10, they still have the same talent. Got taunted, but great Ancestral to keep Hooligan alive.
Right, the boss is aggroed here, which is definitely going to make this positioning a little bit more difficult. They do walk away now. He does reset. And they're trying to poke down Nasang, but it's not going to happen.
And trading taunt with Ancestral, that's actually a really good advantage for Mighty at the moment because Ancestral's heal. Ancestral cooldown is still on 70 compared to taunt.
Yeah, it's much, much longer. Really well said there, G-Clef. It's a good point. Now, this push in the top lane will, you know, be a little bit annoying. It's going to be about 2 waves of minions here. Actually clears that just out of range of the tower. Good can come down at any moment. He does have Brush Dog available, so I like this a lot. They knew they got that early wall down. They've kind of always been pressuring the top lane. That bell tower is a huge boon for them if they can get it.
And Liming did take Wave of Force, even though ETC did not go Mosh, but still Wave of Force actually save yourself from like even Power Slide. One Power Slide can connect into so many other CCs, so it's a good choice when Dehaka can also just come right to you and grab you, and you're dead the next moment.
This is the kind of positioning I like to see. Push the wave, back off. They don't have vision of Hooligan, but it was likely to be around somewhere. Liming is bot, so you definitely don't want to stick around here. Good actually gets ganked here, though. And Jaehyun to the rescue will come up here. Now, they have Tastar rotating up. Liming's a little bit slower, so Mighty cannot fight this. And looks like they're just going to send SDE back down.
Mighty's rotating well. I think they're doing really good trades with those heroics, of course. And they will have their chances, but GG did just hit level 13, and Mighty looks like SDE will find himself in danger zone.
Him, her, players are male, characters are female.
Yeah,
There's a lot of that going around. Yeah, definitely a mistake to be that far in the lane. He wanted EXP, they need it badly. GG is, I think, out-rotating Mighty pretty hard this game. And we've seen a few mistakes here. We're going to see the stage dive come in as well.
Right into the middle.
Good reaction there by Nasang. Nasang is playing out of his mind tonight. His reaction time's pretty quick. Good force wall here. And GG gets out. They waste a fairly long cooldown heroic there without any return, but still worth it.
I was pretty worried that Jaehyun was not able to, or did not pick Karazim, that was able. Looked like the taunt will be a little bit scarce today, but actually BDG is doing so well and just out macroing with the Haka is working very well for now.
All right, we do see Cleanse, I believe, already used here on Magi. He has to retreat here. This fight is basically already won for GG. Good Ancestral here onto Hooligan, but he's silenced. Needs to get a power slide off. He's unable to do so. Finally gets it off, but it's too late. That silence was huge. That actually turned this fight around. Sans heals himself a little bit. There's the hook, though, from Good. He's going to get the kill there onto Varian. And Good is just making this Dehaka pick so valuable.
And Nasang is trying to run for his life, but that is not going to be possible. Jaehyun just picking up that kill at the end.
There you have it.
I think that was a good choice. Like Odin did lose some amount of damage because he had to stall some time to change. But they had their chance, but GG just had better positioning and Good staying in the front, like taking all that aggro. That was pretty good.
Ancestral was good. The silence nearly turned that fight around for Mighty, though. The Twilight Dream was pretty impressive. But now, this game is nearing its end potentially here, as GG is going to have 16. They have Vert control. With 16, they can actually invade Sappers, and Dehaka continues to push that top with maybe like 6 more waves. That bell tower will go down, and that's going to be where we're kind of getting to the point where we might be clearing the game. Looks like Sans is going to stop these waves from getting to that bell tower, so a good rotation up here to top. But this allows GG to very shortly potentially invade the blue side Sappers here. Hooligan takes a lot of damage.
Very nice shield by Uji, though.
Yeah.
He did get taunted, but it was over the shield, over the wall, so couldn't really do it much.
Mighty
Hooligan
wanted.
does-
Oh, I was just saying, Mighty
Continue.
wanted to get the sappers, but they lost this bell tower, and they just have to. They have to start dealing with that. And GG's gonna invade really hard here. They're definitely gonna get the sapper camp at the worst case, but they might even escort these pumpkin men in.
And Sands did come down, but Dehaka is still up there just pushing that top bell tower now. They have to make a choice. Mighty, they can't really go in because they're talent down. They are very pressured at the moment. They need a miracle to come back.
They get the sappers here. The reset is on the tower, but as you mentioned, Good's going to get this top, so it's bell towers traded still in favor of GG here. Hooligan in good position, gets the stun here with a force wall. Nasong's forced to use that ice block. Unfortunately, the silence not hitting very many members here, and Good's in great position. Here comes the stage dive, G-Clef.
And Hooligan finds himself in the danger zone, but he actually power slide back to get all of them. Joker will also find himself in danger. Good trying to stall, but low on HP, and BDG is fully stacked with shield. Look at that Vala just rolling in.
I want to see more good Dehaka. I'm a fan. Sign me up. I'm like, fan club, I'm making it right after this cast. Right in the break after this game, I'm going to go make a fan club for this guy's Dehaka. Good Dehaka fan club.
It's also, I think it's also Ujay's task star that keeps him shielded all the time. He's doing a pretty good job. Of course, as support players, we don't actually see too much of the healings and shields, other than their heroics like Tom or Ancestral Healing. Those are big things, but we also have to check it in. There we go. Joker has to taunt the Vala like that. He's been taunting like Hooligan in the front line all the time. I don't think that was the best choice. Let's see if they can actually get the kill here. BDG in danger.
Nope.
So low, and it's a smash, but still alive somehow. Look at that shield.
No Ancestral, but it turns out he doesn't need it. He's got the shield. He's coming back already. SDE is dead, and so is Magi, and this looks to be the end of this fight. The stage dive right to where he was. One power slide will catch Sans at least, but they want to get both. Good splitting here by Mighty. They're just going to get Sans. And actually, with Dehaka coming in, will they get Joker as well? Going to the kill zone. Does not get the hook. Nearly getting both kills. And the next altar phase, very well maybe the last. They're 1 health away from this boss finishing.
And they can just get the sappers on top, maybe try to push that also. Basically, Mighty used all of their power to get BDG, but still alive at the end. This is the power of Tassadar right now. That's why it's getting banned. That's why it's getting picked. The very first pick. GG just out-rotating, out-drafting Mighty in a way. Just well done here.
They can actually refresh, and because of the attention being made here to this sapper camp, they may actually be able to take bot. Now the wave's to push, never mind. I was gonna say, if the wave wasn't pushed, they could potentially force the bot bell tower down. They're heading there anyways, and this is, I feel, the beginning of the end. I was saying the game was going that way, but we're basically at checkpoint right now. Mighty has to play perfectly from now on. They're going to be on even talent tiers for a little bit longer, about a 1.2 levels away from 20 is GG. They're going to get their own sapper camp, so good start here. They need to get several teamfight wins, though, to catch up in EXP.
This is the same thing. Dehaka is still pushing on top, waiting for a chance to come and join the fight. All 10 players has their heroics ready. And this time, Mighty's actually going to go aggressive and try to push the spell tower.
Okay, Joker does take a few of those shots.
And luckily, there's only one altar coming out.
That's super important, especially with the globals they have in Dehaka and ETC. This is smart. Mighty's actually going to get a bell tower here. They jump in onto the taunt into Vala. BDG, though, does get shielded a bajillion times over and will get away.
But did not get rooted. I think that made the biggest difference at the end. Molten Core will do some damage, but they have so much shield and heal. They're gonna take the damage, but still healing right back up.
Look, and Odin's already used here. Once that expires, they're going to be in trouble. Nasong may have to ice block. Okay, Good's just going to back off for the time being, but he's in really good positioning, no pun intended here. Boggy is caught currently. Joker does, get up here and secure this first kill.
This is actually a chance for Mighty. BDG did blow up before Ancestral going in. Good also falls. This can be the start of turning around. No, they only have 1 single health on the core, but you never know what happens in Towers of Doom.
Absolutely. It's like, I like to say it's like Hearthstone, and until the health meets 0, it doesn't really matter. Anything can happen. This is going to be an easy bell tower clean, and the EXP is actually going to make GG closer to 10, but YD actually capitalized on this perfectly. Going to make it a 1-for-1 bell tower, maintaining their advantage. The problem for Mighty really is, like you said, it's 1 health, so any channel will actually secure it, you know, the win for GG. Also, as you mentioned, that was the 1 altar phase. That was going to be the easiest time Mighty has. The rest of it is going to be so hard. They're going to have to invade and secure every last one. With globals, if it's a triple spawn, Dahaka can go down there on his own. You can see ETC do the same. That was the easiest time that Mighty's going to have. Now it's going to get harder.
It is going to be a lot harder, especially when they're down a level and they're not 20 yet. GG's already 20. But last time, BTG was being a little too aggressive, and the positioning of Tassadar and Rehgar, they were a little bit further away because of that Molten Core damage before. They were basically stuck near that Sapper zone. I think great job by Mighty. Just now, if that happens one more time, no, I think they need 2 more times at least.
Well, if they do it one more time, they'll get 20. And in fact, they're going to take this bell tower, it looks like, or they're going to attempt to. And I'm not surprised GG is actually worried about these sappers. They have so much health on their core. They should actually just take this opportunity to fight. They're going to now, but Hooligan's stage dive is pretty weak. They do get the hook here onto Sands, though. He's healed up, but he doesn't have any escapes. Hooligan takes that bolt, bolts in to secure the kill. He was waiting. That's what ETC does, man. He's got so many viable 20s. Look at all the shields on the Hooligan. Ancestral just barely does not go off, but Mighty is going to lose Magi here, and this could be a win as 2 altars spawn. All they have to do is channel 1. There's no way STE can deny this. The channel's going to happen here in 10 seconds.
Mighty just on the run. Joker just trying to save himself, but looks like that's not going to be possible. It is 4v2. 2 altars spawned in 1 second. This is going to be GG, Wolf.
It definitely will be G-Clef, and you know, imagine how easier this even would have been had that Ancestral gone off. Good bolt.
Yeah.
Good bolt there.
Almost went in too.
Yeah.
And not just that, I think Joker is getting a little pressured in there, and of course the game, it is 1-1 now, so it's anyone's game, but Joker did get pressured, taunting the frontliners instead of BDG. He should be aiming for it, but I think he was rushing a little bit more, and he used the taunt a little bit too early into the fight, and he could be holding that, just like how I explained Artana's swap yesterday.
Yeah, definitely could have been doing that a little bit more. I think the positioning of BDG was just too good for him to try to get those taunts on. Look, Good carried the entirety of the mid game with incredibly aggressive Dahaka play. They controlled the top bell tower, that lane, with him as well. And the Dahaka pick, you know, it wasn't the big flashy one in the draft, but it definitely ended up working out very well. I want to see more Dahaka from Good. That bolt, though, that was pretty cool. That's something we've seen players like Breeze. Breeze is probably the most famous player in the world for his snap bolt power slides to get kills. This bolt was a body block moment, and he was able to get that kill. That's a really cool thing in Heroes of the Storm. When you think about just quickly picking a talent even is actually like a skill, a mechanical skill, because you have to either, you know, I think it's 4 for bolt. You have to like press control 4, then bolt in instantly, control 4-1, click like so fast.
Like we saw Meriday and Darvish, like when they play Kerosene, they don't actually pick the heroic until they actually have to use it. They pick the talent and use it within like 0.2 seconds. I can't do that.
It's very difficult. I know it sounds silly. It's like, well, that's what you're talking about, picking talents.
It's
like
you
just
press Control 1 and press R. Like it is very hard at the moment. It looks like we're going to go into a commercial break very soon. We actually do have to keep on talking until we actually go into a commercial break.
That's right. We're gonna a little bit less stairs, maybe a little bit less Reddit threads today, guys. Looks like we're good to go to the break. We'll see you in just a few. Go get a soda. Go brush your teeth. We'll be right back.